With the shift from 1080p to 4K becoming closer and closer, many people are still debating whether or not to make the jump. Personally, I still find 1080p to be just fine. However, I was very curious. How would my system perform at near 4K resolution? Let's find out. What is up guys, Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and I'm here to bring you a video on a feature that gets overlooked on AMD GPUs. Virtual Super Resolution. Let's get right into the video. So what is Virtual Super Resolution? Well, Virtual Super Resolution, or VSR for short, is a method of delivering super sampling anti-aliasing, or SSAA, to enable smoother textures and a more higher resolution look without having the actual pixels at your disposal. Now, SSAA is nothing new. It's been around for a while, but what AMD brings with VSR is the ability to bring this feature to titles that don't normally support it. Enabling it is very simple. If you have an AMD GPU that supports VSR, which most modern AMD GPUs do with the latest drivers, all you need to do is go into your Crimson Radeon settings and click on display, and from there you find your monitor, or if you're in my case have multiple displays, find the one that you play games on and click enable VSR. And from there you are ready to go. All you need to do is launch your favorite titles and change the resolution to whatever you desire from the options. For some strange reason with my panels, I only have a max resolution of 3200 by 1800, which is still quite demanding compared to 1080p, so it will be the base resolution I use for testing purposes in this video. I chose only 3 titles to test because I wanted to talk about the individual experiences I had with each title while at 1080p versus what I'm going to call 1800p. These titles are Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Killing Floor 2, and Overwatch. If you want exact specifications of my rig, I will leave them in the description down below. First up is Counter-Strike, where I found that at 1080p I had a great experience, over 200 FPS constant and no issues at all. It's what I have come to expect playing Counter-Strike at 1080p with my R9 390. When I bump up to 1800p, the FPS stays very solid. I managed to get nearly the same frame rate. The max FPS was cut down by around 40 FPS, but once you get around 200 plus FPS, that really doesn't come across as noticeable at all. There were some slight stutters for a bit once I switched over to 1800p, but overall the experience was great. The details the resolution brought were outstanding and really did appear much more vivid than the standard 1080p display. Next up is Killing Floor 2. I ran this game at ultra settings at 1080p and was easily over the 60 FPS mark while keeping a very playable frame rate. Things did change when I went to 1800p however. Yes, the quality did improve, but I can tell that settings would for sure need to be turned down for a more enjoyable experience on this game, having about a 30 FPS average while playing at 1800p. Lastly, we have Overwatch, which I had a few bugs with. 1080p performed solid on epic settings on my PC, and the performance at 1800p was not bad at all. If I was to bump down to high settings, I could easily be over a 60 FPS constant frame rate. The bugs came with the user interface. There were apparent compatibility issues with SSAA and the change of resolution with Overwatch. I did notice the same thing somewhat with Steam titles, using the Steam UI being significantly underscaled compared to the resolution. However, it did not really kill the whole thing for me. I see this as a very valuable resource for those with high-end AMD gaming rigs or just decent ones who want to see how their PC fares at 1440p or even 4K resolutions, saving you a lot of money when you go out to pick up a high-end monitor only to realize that you need to upgrade PC components first to get the performance you want in some of the games that you want to play. I really recommend you just try it out. It's a fun thing to mess around with and push your PC to the limit if that's more of your thing. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, drop a like and comment down below what you think. If you haven't already, hit that sub button to stay up to date with all things Toasty Bros, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.